DC Metal is finally here. So the issue starts off with how during the Age of Stone, which was 50,000 years ago, and how there were three tribes: the wolf, the bear, and the bird. When the fourth tribe emerged, it pushed into a new age, the Age of Metal. So the Justice League is on Mongo's War Moon planet fighting for their lives. Batman is confused how Mongo escaped after that whole General Zod incident. Mongo has equipped the heroes with metal gear, which weakens their strengths, forcing them to fight like normal humans. Mongo wants to know from one of the local slaves, what will the Justice League take on next? He replies with Volcom Abominus, as Mongo and the crowd roar in excitement. These 7 machines, which seem to represent each one of them. As the battle wages on, the Justice League learns that they aren't being targeted where the gear is placed on their bodies. So this gives them an idea that these machines are pretty smart and they're avoiding them on purpose. Diana wants them to get back in formation when Batman wants to try something out, and he pushes a button inside the mouth of the machine he's fighting once he gets it to open. He wants the Justice League to follow him as the machine ties him up and begins to eat him. Batman tells them to push the symbol inside their mouth and let the machine absorb them, and each member does. As they are being taken in by the machine, Batman tells them that Volcom Abominus, meaning that defies the order of things, and Diana understands that this formation means come together as one. When we get to the next scene, we see the machine has merged into one and Mongo's running for his life. This is like a super Justice Buster ultimate machine. It's huge and it looks beastly. Barry asks Batman why he's the foot, and Batman tells him so he can kick Mongo's ass. It was pretty funny. As the Justice League is heading back to Earth, Superman wants to know what happened in the cave and why did he come to the Fortress of Solitude, but Batman says he's not ready. That aside, I love how GL made Batman the driver of the jet even though he isn't really driving it. Batman tells Clark he wasn't talking to him, but he's talking to Alfred instead, and Alfred tells Batman some bad news and something's happening to Gotham City. The League arrives to Gotham and it's in a ruin. There's a mountain in the middle of the city. Alfred explains of a storm appearing out of nowhere and how he made room for this mountain, and Batman tells him to gather the Bat family as fast as he can. GL tells them that this energy from the mountain is the same one as the machine in the cave. Aquaman states that the stone plate that they're standing on isn't volcanic, so this mountain came from somewhere else, and Superman confirms it when he uses his X-ray vision so he can see a bunker on the inside. Flash finds a symbol on the door, but Cyborg's computer can't figure out exactly what it is. Cyborg now can feel the energy from his system and he can't identify it either. There's a titanium orb in the middle and the League has made their way there. There are 5 people in that pod and Batman wants to figure out what this place exactly is before touching anything. Cyborg sees Red Tornado and sees he's in a hibernation state. He wants to turn him on when they see some writing written in blood. It says, "It's chasing us, run." The soldiers come running in and Batman says she's Lady Blackhawk. Blackhawk reveals her name to be Kendra Saunders and needs their help, but Superman and Flash aren't having it. She tells them that this is the beginning of an invasion and it's been planned for centuries. She doesn't want to say the name because it's too dangerous, but she'd rather tell them in a safer place. The League heads to a place in the South Pacific and Blackhawk explains that this place is named Blackhawk Island. It's inside of some static pocket of space and time, just like the dinosaur island, the mascara, and etc., which explains the dinosaurs running around on the island. Superman wants to waste no time and Blackhawk tells them her story and Hawkman's of how they were stabbed by a dagger, which started this reincarnation cycle, and every time they die they come back to life. And she continued by giving them more detail about how they fought as partners, protecting the world from evil, and Hawkman who never stopped searching for answers about this material that started this cycle. Blackhawk reveals one of the last nth metals in the purest form. She explains how it gives powers to different people. It defies all rules of science and magic and even broadcasts its own energy. Carter, who's Hawkman, found clues that this metal came from evil and would lead to evil. So Carter recruited people to help him solve this mystery, and that group was the Challengers of the Unknown. Blackhawk reveals a map of the multiverse, but Carter couldn't find it anywhere, so it must be from the Dark Multiverse. Blackhawk continues with the Nth Metal being from another realm, much older and larger than their own. Flash wants proof, and Blackhawk tells him when the Challengers went to find it, the entire mountain was ripped from their reality, and the last transmission they received were screams about the world of nightmare, and not to open that door ever again. Red Tornado sent a last warning, speaking of a beast he called the Great Dragon, and a name. Blackhawk tells Batman about Carter's journals and how it's been lost. She searched for clues and came up with the conclusion that the beast transmission from high metals such as matter, antimatter, and now darkness. She found names from in history, deities, lords, and now they all pray to this dark tribe. Barbados is the beast's name, and it comes through a human doorway and is treated with 5 divine metals by its followers, meaning metals off of the periodic table. And it makes its army from a hero's nightmare, but it isn't the real threat, she says. Blackhawk found another word that kept coming up with the name of Barbados, of how that wagon would carry the beast here. And the root name of wagon is Wayne, meaning that Batman will lead them into this world. Superman in shock wants to be sure that Batman has been the target for thousands of years from the Dark Multiverse, and wants to know, is that what Bruce has been searching around for? The Blackhawk team aims their guns at Batman, and Red Tornado bashes the door and wants them to open it. Tornado breaks through and attacks them and the Justice League. Blackhawk is confused of how Batman was able to activate the Red Tornado, and GL tells her if that was her plan, she's an idiot, because Batman probably already had a way planned out as soon as he landed on this island. We see Batman riding a raptor in the next shot, and he's telling Alfred he's got what he wanted, and now he's on the move. We see Dr. Fate and his premonition of the Dark Army on its way to Earth. Batman in his Batcave is trying to get answers by reading that metal, as Alfred tells him to look up. We jump back to Hawkman as he warns them that there is no running from him. Alfred and Batman hear something upstairs as Hawkman continues with his warnings. Hawkman reveals he left a journal with the family he trusted the most, the family that turned from tribe Bat to tribe Bird, the Waynes. The journal will reveal itself upon coming of Barbados. As Batman sees the bat symbol on the floor, he opens it up and sees a journal and knows it's all true when someone behind him says, "Yes, Batman." The dream is revealed, and he's here to come tell Batman that the nightmare has only begun and the issue ends there. So an amazing issue. Like, from beginning, what a start. It's slow down a bit in the middle for that build up, giving us all that information. There's a lot of detail. I had to read it more than once because I missed on a few things here and there. Probably missed on a few other things too. There's a lot of information. And at the end, like how they ended it was simply amazing. Solid 9.5 out of 10. Only reason I docked the 0.5, it was a slow middle, and at times the art looked kind of funky when they were switching back and forth. Like the cover title, like it didn't look that amazing either. They should have just stuck with Capullo's as the main, but yeah, simply amazing. So what we know so far is that the Waynes are going to be the door to let this army in, and their nightmare created the army. So Batman's paranoid about the League being dangerous and how he needs to protect everyone, and these nightmares are probably the root cause of this army being made. And by the way, leave in the comment section below who are you more interested in. Like, there's that Batman Flash version, it's like the Red Death, I think his name is. Like, who's your favorite? Leave that in the comments below. Another interesting thing is how the Wayne switched from tribe Bat to Bird. Like, how did that happen? Why did that happen? And how did they become so trustworthy so Hawkman would leave him his journal? And what forced them to switch? Barbados, the beast that is from the Dark Multiverse, will show up. When is that going to happen, and how strong is he going to be? And lastly, that dream at the end of the book. Like, if you don't know who the dream is, he's from the book Sandman. He makes his appearance, and he's probably gonna like build this hype train up even more. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.